if you're a content creator from the United Kingdom, this video is for you. Now, you've probably seen it already because this is trending news everywhere. Now, I woke up today with a notification. Probably you have done too as well, for those of you that are producing content. That notification has gotten YouTube worried, and it's warning all the UK content creators. And so the UK government basically is worried that the mainstream media is not getting attention. People have moved off from the mainstream media. They're not really watching the BBCs, the ITVs, the Channel 4s, and obviously they've seen their viewership actually get affected in that sense. But this is not just about the viewership. If you read the grid paper, which I have spent some time in the morning to read, it's something like a 100-page document, probably even more. But I was concentrating on the abstracts as well as reading some of the chapters as recommended by YouTube. Now, what this means basically is that the concern is something to do with trustworthiness. So basically what they're saying is people like myself may not be trustworthy to be listened to as news or as whatever it is, opinions which can be misconstrued as news. So this is the biggest concern. So what the UK government is basically saying is that they need to change the law. They need to change the law to force YouTube to give preferential treatment to mainstream UK media as opposed to content creators like myself or any other content creator within the United Kingdom, which is unprecedented really, because this has got nothing to do with media regulation, nothing to do with it. I mean, to me, this is editorial control at its best. There's no any other name or time to give it. I mean, he's coming out in the open to say, this is what we want. We want you to give preference to the mainstream media. Now, you can imagine if it was any other person saying such kind of things, or probably an African country, or any other person saying, well, we need you to put our mainstream media right in front because we are trustworthy. We feel that what we tell you is what matters. Then I think there's a problem there, because the reason why people go online in search of different kinds of news is not because they've not heard what you've said. The reason why people go online is to get opposing views, to see what angles of that particular news are there online, Because if you look at the way BBC operates, I don't really know what the UK government really wants. Because if you go to YouTube now, for example, you just try it. You go and type in on search engine, BBC News or whatever it is. You'll be shocked, because all what you will get from the first, second, third, fourth, sixth pages is just everything to do with BBC. So, you go to ITV News, similarly, you type in, and all you get is ITV News from page 1 to 5 pages and so on. So basically what the UK government is saying is that whatever comes from the mainstream media is what is trustworthy. Anything else is not trustworthy. Now, I mean, I believe in treating people as adults, okay? You have the right to go wherever you want online, okay? It shouldn't be a problem whether you watch BBC, whether you find it credible, whether you don't find it credible, whether you go online or whatever news you go and find. You've got to do your own research, reach your own conclusions, and that is it, okay? That is not a radical idea, okay? It's just what free society is supposed to be, and this is what free society actually means. It's not about being forced or being steered to do certain things in the way that the government actually wants. So, it is control, basically. So the question that I have, basically, is should a government have the power to decide which voices you find first online? Should they have the power to decide? And this is what has gotten YouTube worried, okay? Or should that power, that choice remain yours? And I think, this is where, that's the reason why this consultation process is actually open. So nothing is decided yet. And the deadline is on the 31st of August, 2026. So if you really want to participate in this, and it would be nice to see people participate in a very polite way, in a very rational way, so that you don't dilute the argument, basically, because when people get emotional, it won't be taken seriously. So the best thing is to have dialogue, okay? Let a lot of people participate in this, air your views out, I mean, if you feel that it's the right thing for the mainstream media in the United Kingdom to be given preference in YouTube, then obviously say so. But I know what my answers are, and I believe that as adults, okay, people should be given the preference to choose whatever they want to do. And this is what it means to be in a civilized world or to be in the first world. I mean, this is something that is unprecedented. You wouldn't have thought that the United Kingdom government would even contemplate on this idea, you know, that they would want to steer the narrative in their favor. So I don't know, man. You know, we'll see. But like I said, 31st of August, 2026 is the deadline. And it would be nice to see as well what the outcome is, depending on what the responses are. Now, whether or not the United Kingdom will say, well, regardless of what you say or whatever your input is, they can still override what you say anyway. So this is it.